Hello everyone, you have come to Tata Comic Preview channel. Let read together. Have fun. If it's just to raise experts, why aren't the sacred mines divided among the sects and give everyone a share? Zhuo Fan asked, won't it make defending Western lands easier? The four had bitter smiles, with Fiend Yang sighing, I wish it were that easy. The mines are oddities of nature to such a degree that it makes mining them hard and slow, and that is only at the fringe. Not even the strongest man in these lands can pierce that tough wall. It forces us to wait for a few centuries before we can mine just a bit of it. Someone planted it. Zhuo Fan nodded. Be it your average spirit mine or sacred mine, all had their quintessence focused in the center. And the crucial part of these 5 sacred mines was behind a barrier someone placed beforehand, leaving the sacred stones outside of it for the others. In other words, the sacred mines have an owner, no native of the mortal domain, that's for sure. Zhuo Fan understood everything. I see what makes double dragon gatherings so important. When do we set off? In a week. Xie Wuyue said, you have 7 days to pick your team from among the disciples to fight in the double dragon gathering for our sect. The higher you rank, the more we will earn. I hope, with your strength, that the demon scheming sect will become a middle 3 sect. Zhuo Fan nodded, we're going alone? The fiends will take you. Just 3 venerables? Zhuo Fan raised an eyebrow at the trio. Aren't we the future of the sect? Fiend Yang shrugged and laughed, Zhuo Fan, leave it to us. Every sect does the same, sending a couple venerables at most. Not even sect leaders can come, afraid too many experts join and affect the meeting. This is a rule of Double Dragon Manor. Oh. Zhuo Fan nodded. This way at least the disciples can fight to their heart's content. Too many old coots glaring at you from the side will only put bigger pressure on the disciples. How can one conduct a normal match when you have to mind some old guy's thirst for revenge? Double Dragon Manor's rule made perfect sense. You're free to go. You'll be going in a week. Xie Wuyue waved him off. The 3 fiends of hell bowed and left. Zhuo Fan was doing the same but paused, Xie Wuyue, we need to talk. That sect leader. Xie Wuyue's face twitched, but all he could do was sigh, what is it then? Zhuo Fan said flatly, sect leader, our agreement was to enter the demon scheming sect in exchange for the 9th grade pill. I have done my part and only left Double Dragon Gathering to finish. Afterward, I want to know if you'll return my freedom. What's so bad about the demon scheming sect that you want to leave? You're practically a star here and may even go higher in rank sooner or later, at the peak of your career. Even my position isn't out of your reach. Patting his throne, Xie Wuyue snickered. Zhuo Fan shook his head, home is where your heart is. Without some sort of promise from sect leader, my mind will be affected and will harm my performance at Double Dragon Gathering. You're threatening me? Xie Wuyue scoffed, though only giving a stink eye. Fine, since you don't like it here, I won't force you to stay. You can go to the Luo clan. But make damn sure few people are going to Double Dragon Manor. Everyone will laugh if you leave and I'll have no successor. Zhuo Fan was in a tight spot, you saw it yourself, the top 3 elites are no match against 3rd young Master Han even combined. While I alone can deal with middle 3 sects people, getting the others in Double Dragon Manor. Is that a no? Xie Wuyue mocked, then why are you wasting time talking to me? Once you leave, I'll be left with weaklings. Even if we get to be a middle 3 sect, are these disciples supposed to be representing us? To be blunt, your strength is worth shit. If you can't take those brats along, don't ever think about leaving. You'll stay here, leading. Ugh. Zhuo Fan jerked and Xie Wuyue grinned, is that too hard, perchance? Didn't you raise you and Kuei gang quite fast? The 2 kids are good, yes, but it was done with resolve, harshness, and peril. Those wastrels won't, Zhuo Fan's eyes darted everywhere. Well, bro. Give me the word, the kind of word that'll threaten the oldies' power, just how one might kill their grandkids. Eyeing him, Xie Wuyue snickered, I know where you're going. Fine, you have free rein. Just make sure those brats don't drag you down. Xia Wuyue threw him a jade token. Zhuo Fan saw the Xia character on it. That is my symbol of authority, containing a trace of my soul. Every elder and venerable of the sect will treat any holder of it as me. The fate of the sect is at your whims. Holy shit, why the hell didn't you give me earlier? This bauble would have saved me heaps of time. Zhuo Fan giggled. Xia Wuyue shook his head. When you just arrived you had nothing to your name and would only cause more trouble with the elders and venerables. While now you have strength and renown. And with this, they will respect you more. While some might fight it, they can't do much against my authority. If you had used this from the start to piss them off, Venerable sure would have used it as an excuse to get to me. Oh, wise and brilliant sect leader, I shall be going now. With this baby here, I'll put those brats in their place. Zhuo Fan had a positively killer grin as he left. Unaware of the cold eyes Xia Wuyue had as he watched him go, Zhuo Fan, you're growing beyond my expectations. Perhaps it would be for the best if you leave after Double Dragon Gathering. On the morrow, Zhuo Fan called for the coaching venerables and picked the disciples for Double Dragon Gathering. Qi Chenglong's group of 3, the strongest elites, was the obvious choice. The rest came from the labor office, Gue Hu, Tai Ying, Yu Ling, and Kuei Lang. Yu and Kuei Gang came as well with some other presentable disciples. The sex barrier cracked open and Zhuo Fan took a deep breath as he stepped outside after so many years. The rest were excited to see the great outdoors as well. They finally got to sightsee after being stuck in the sect for most of their lives. The fiends had bitter smiles.